Hi, I'm Cam,
And I'm Ruby.
and this is All Ages Show. We are here with Rob Blasko in New York City.
At the Dream, downtown.
Alright, first question. What tips would you give to a young bass player trying to stand out on stage?
Just be yourself. I think that's the most important part, that your personality, comes through. That's and obviously play good. That would be good.
How many pieces of skull jewelry do you have?
How many pieces of
Skull jewelry do you have?
skull jewelry? Yeah. Probably any jewelry that I have probably has a skull. I don't know. I've never counted. Now I'm gonna have to. But currently on me right now, I have a ring with the skull on it. I've got a wallet chain with the skull on it. So 2. Watch this one. So yes, 2 pieces.
Okay. Can you describe the feeling of looking up to Agez and many other great artists and finally being able to play with them on stage?
Yes, it's very awesome to have the opportunity to play Ozzy songs with Ozzy. Is there's no words that can describe it. It's really awesome, and I'm very fortunate to have that opportunity. So I don't take it for granted.
What's your favorite curse word?
It's between fucking shit, I guess. Those are probably the ones that are the most used. Let's go with shit.
Okay. What was your first bass and how old were you when you got it?
It was a no-name brand, but it kind of looked like a Fender P bass, but it was like a Fender P bass copy. It was black and white. I remember that. And I played drums first, and I traded in the drum set for a Fender amp and that bass. And I was 12, 13. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you or did you play anything other than the bass?
I played drums first, not professionally though. Professionally, I've only played bass.
Okay. What is your favorite gear to use on stage?
Currently, I use all Fender. So I have Fender basses and Fender amps now, which is a new thing for me. I haven't done that before, but that's what I'm currently using, and I really like it.
I follow you on Instagram and I love Catterton. How did you come up with it?
I will tell you how I came up with it. So, a friend of mine that I work with, his name is Dan, and a couple years ago on his Instagram on Saturday, he posted a photo of his cat, and he says, hey people, it's Catterday, so start posting pictures of your cats. So I did that, and I haven't missed a Saturday since that I'm aware of. But I have to give all the credit to Dan. I've since made it popular, popularized it. But he was his. I don't think he started.
I read that you don't pick up your bass when home, so what do you do on your free time?
Well, I have my own company, so I'm constantly working. But yes, you are correct that I do not pick up my bass unless I have gigs to do. But I know how Crazy Train goes. You know what I mean? I'm not practicing isn't gonna make me any better at it. So
I played that before.
Yeah.
Train.
Yes, you know how it goes too, so you can stop rehearsing too.
What are your 2 cats' names?
Little Champ, I think, is your favorite. He's the flat-faced guy, and Captain is the other guy, the bigger guy. But they're both black and white, tuxedo cats.
Okay. What is the craziest thing that happened on tour bus that is appropriate for us?
Well, to be honest, we're all old and sober and boring now, so stuff doesn't really. It's like the bus looks like this, like a iPad, sports on. It's not really very exciting. But of course, there's back in the day. Of course, there was the usual 5K for the LA Kitten Rescue, and I raised $1,500, I think. So I did that recently.
You've played a ton of shows. Do you still ever get nervous or have any pre-show rituals?
Yes and yes. I played last night and I was super nervous. I don't know why. But I was probably because we didn't rehearse. So I was super nervous for that. And the pre-show ritual involves practicing over the songs for the first time to get familiar with how everything goes, and obviously putting on my superhero outfit.
What bands do you like right now?
I like a band from Atlanta called Royal Thunder. I like Clutch a lot. We just toured with them. And there's a band called Beastmaker that's opening for us on this tour. And their new record came out today. I like them a lot.
I read that you have a management company. What do you like about managing bands?
I like working with younger people that are still really enthusiastic about wanting to be successful rock stars. Yeah. So, and plus, for me, it's better than selling clothes to your mom and I. You know how your mom and I know each other? We sell clothes together. We sold clothes in a retail store called Lip Service, and not.
Before you started playing bass professionally or any instruments, what hobbies did you have?
I rode my BMX bike everywhere, and the BMX bike was probably the thing that I did probably the most. And because then, whenever I was a kid, we didn't have iPads or cool video games. It was like the Atari 2600, like Pong. Like it was like, you know what I mean? So us as kids, we were outside all the time. Like parents had to like pay us to like come inside and like eat, and then you didn't even want to eat. And then that was that. So like hanging out with my friends, getting in trouble.
If you like what you saw, subscribe and comment what bands we should do next. Thank you, Rob Blasko, for having this opportunity.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be the first one.
Bye.
All right, bye.